Do we all see this? The stream is live, so we're definitely live now.
We are live now. Good evening. We are here. We're live. Okay. We're going to take a deep breath because we thought we were live a few minutes ago, but we weren't actually live. But we are live now. We want to say thank you so much for tuning into. Oh, now Donna's gone.
My phone overheated.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. We are here.
Okay,
I am.
Can you
I
see?
am. We are live.
Yes.
Wait a
Hello?
minute. Guess what? I've got some. Here we go. We know how to do this. How about that?
Yes.
We are rolling live and we're in New York. We are in DC. And this evening, we are bringing to you the Divas with Disabilities Juneteenth program, and it is Freedom in Motion.
Yes.
We are excited
Yes,
that as women with disabilities, that we are showing the world about our movement, our freedom. And oh, here she is. She is back. And there she is. Y'all go put your hands together. The founder, the creator, the CEO, the one that keeps us all on task from her little space over there in DC. She rules the globe of women with disabilities. Us divas, she keeps us right there. We thank you so much at 100 Shades of Diversibility for including us and even asking for us to do this collaboration. We appreciate you. We thank you. Yeah. We salute you. Hey, I'm gonna have to put my military there, boom. We salute you and we thank you for all the work that you do. Because so many times people don't even know with women who are dissed the things that they get accomplished. And so we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the doors that you open, the windows. You open up the windows, you open up the doors, you open up vents, you open up chimneys. However we can get in, get out, you make sure that it is open for us. And we thank you for that. I think the people are coming in already.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that I'm streaming to my platforms. If I disappear for 1 second, take it away for just a second or two, because I just want to make sure that everyone that needs to be in this phenomenal program gets to be here.
Yes.
So
So we
We can definitely do that. We want to say thank you to
Yeah.
Jason who is watching. Good evening, sir. Thank you for coming on. And we hope that you really enjoy the show. I love both of your names. I just love them. I love the way they flow.
Ooh,
And
ooh, ooh,
I can understand
ooh,
why Zazelle O'Gara, she can move the way that she does. It's because it's her
ooh,
name. Her
ooh.
name commands that you just move like this, no matter how your body may be. You
Yes.
have no reason but to just you do like this. I
Yes.
just feel it all down in here. Yes.
Yes.
Then we have the lovely, the queen. Oh, Gael. You, you see all that? All
Yeah.
that beauty. Come on, give it to him. Let him
Oh,
see.
you
Let him
know,
see.
everybody, I'm just so glad that we're here together tonight as one, celebrating our amazing, phenomenal, outstanding ancestry. Nobody can take who we are away from us. And I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, and you look so beautiful. You look so divine. Your skin that you're living in. And I love you for that. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for showing up for yourself tonight to celebrate
Tonight.
Juneteenth 2026. Woo!
Freedom
Yes.
and
Yes. So we got our own audience in the studio that's clapping for us. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Dr. Donna, you know what? I know she likes for us to be formal. She wants us to be bougie.
I want us to be on. I want us to just stay in the program. Don't call me names. Don't call me out. I just want us to be in the program. That's all.
But guess what? This is the program.
It is.
You have opened up just so much for us. I mean,
Yes.
talk about it. Talk about it.
I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, Dr. Kimberly, and good evening, everyone. Good evening, every evening.
Good evening.
My name is Dr. Donna Walton, and I am the founder and the president of an incredible organization, the Divas with Disabilities Project. And tonight, I thought we would gather in spirit of Juneteenth, because Juneteenth is not just, but it is a reminder that freedom is not a single moment in history. It's a practice, it's a responsibility, and it's a collective journey. And so for disabled Black and brown women, liberation has always been intertwined with our bodies, our stories, our survival. And we have always been a part of the movement. And when history didn't write us in, we wrote ourselves in. So at DWD, our mission is to make our voices, our images, and our leadership seen, heard, and valued. And freedom in motion, that's the name of this program, because I wanted our bodies to be in motion. Being disabled and having our bodies be free. That's the freedom. Juneteenth is the symbolism. So freedom in motion is our way of honoring that legacy. Reclaiming the space. We're reclaiming the space for all the women whose stories have shaped our families, communities, and our culture. So tonight, we will experience movement, storytelling, and spoken word from two extraordinary artists who Dr. Kimberly has already introduced. The first being Zazel Java Oga.
Woo! Yes.
Absolutely. Founder, right, of Zyko, Zazel Shava Ogara dance experience. And a storyteller and poet, Gail Unity Rhodes Benjamin. So tonight,
There we go.
absolutely, an extraordinary woman who I'm going to get to experience through her storytelling, through her movement, and through her poetry. So tonight, they show us what freedom looks like when our bodies get to live, and how we live in our bodies, and how our bodies speak through our voices. So Dr. Kimberly, let's get this party started. Let's get this celebration started, and let's take our audience to the performance.
Zazel.
Zazel. Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hello, how are you? My name is Zazel Shava O'Gara. You can call me Z. And I'm originally from the small Caribbean island of Montserrat, West Indies. It only has 5,000 people. Beautiful Caribbean island. I grew up here in New York City, and I am a dancer, model, actress, performer, advocate, brain tumor survivor, and the founder and artistic director of ZCO, that's Zazelle Shava O'Gara, Dance Project. Once again, I'm the founder of ZCO Dance Project. It's a physically integrated dance company located in this beautiful New York City. And I am so pleased to be with you here tonight to give you some relaxing movement so that you could rid all of the negative thoughts going through your mind, your body. There's so much negative energy out there. And I want you to free your spirit, free your mind, and really put a smile on your face. I want you to fall in love. Everyone, just hold your arms together. Fall in love with yourself. Love your body. Ooh, yes. Love your body. Love your mind. Love your soul. And I always start out my classes by saying, and I have everyone repeat after me, I
Hi.
am somebody.
Somebody.
And then I will say, I am somebody who woke up this morning feeling wonderful. I am somebody who feels empowered. I am somebody that feels strength within my body. I am somebody. And then let's put our hands on our laps and bring in peaceful thoughts into your minds and your bodies. Closing your eyes and celebrating the beautiful sunshine and the warm summer weather. We are embracing God and what He continues to do for us each and every day. Each and every day, God gives me strength. God gives me healing, and God gives me hope to survive. Let's close our eyes and put our hands down on our thighs, strengthening the core of our body, lifting up our chests, feeling strong, feeling powerful, feeling one with your mind. Let's just take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. I know you love your body. I love my body. And take a deep breath in. Keeping the eyes closed. And blow it out. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. Now we're going to stretch the left hand up and grab, feeling strong. And stretch the right hand up and grab onto something that you want to hold on to and you feel strong and empowered. And left hand up and grab and down. And right hand up and grab and down. And both arms up and just melt the arms down, nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
And both arms up. Ha! And down, nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
One more time. Up! And down, nice and slow. Feeling good. And up. And just grab onto yourselves.
Oh, I love you.
Loving your body. Loving your mind. And what's that song? And I'm feeling good.
And I'm feeling good.
And I'm feeling good.
And
Feeling good.
And I'm feeling good.
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 Feeling
And
good.
drop to the floor, releasing the back. And rolling up in 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touch your stomach. Touch your mouth. And raise it up in the air. Yes. Hallelujah. And down. Touch your stomach. Touch your mouth. Raise it up in the air. And down. And touch your stomach. Touch your mouth. Raise it up in the air. And down. One more time. And touch the stomach. Touch the mouth. Raise it up in the air. And down. Hands on the thighs. Now I'm going to have you stick your chest out. And back. Boom, boom. And out. Boom, boom. And back. Boom, boom. Again and out. And back.
Everybody join us.
And out. Yes, and back. Everyone. And out. And back. Feeling good. And out. And back.
And
And out.
and up.
And back.
And back.
Again. Head side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4,
And up.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Hands on the thighs. Reach the right hand up. And lower it down slowly. And left hand up. And lower it down slowly. And let's put our hands in the prayer position, closing your eyes, thinking of one positive word for the day. One positive word for the day. My word is resilience.
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 And I'm sending my love to my ancestors, my mother, Elizabeth Rebecca O'Gara, my father, Vernon Augustus O'Gara, and one ancestor that my father would love us to praise this Juneteenth day, a Jamaican African follower, Marcus Garvey.
Mm.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
And let's welcome the amazing spoken word artist is with us today. I can't even say her name. I'm so excited. Gail Rhodes Benjamin. Round of applause. Woo!
Thank you so much, Giselle, for that amazing meditation and honoring of our ancestors. Good evening, everybody. I am so happy to be here with you this evening to celebrate you and to celebrate me and to celebrate all of us. Let's take another deep breath all the way in and let it out slowly. Shake out your hands a little bit. Very good, very good, very good. I'm going to tell you a story about Juneteenth. And in order to tell you this story about Juneteenth, I have to take you all the way back. Are you willing to go back with me?
Go
Yes,
back.
Yes.
going all the way back to Juneteenth, 1865. That's June 19th, y'all, 1865. And I was just a little girl, and my name was Sarah. And I was working out in the fields all morning and all night long back in them days. And then none of us slaves want to be slaves. Nobody wanted to work all night and all day for master. So that morning, it was really early. It was really, really early. And I was breaking the string beans, and Big Mama was standing right over there. And Big Mama was Big Mama. And Big Mama was in charge of everything. But this morning, Juneteenth, 1865, all of a sudden, everything was very different. The crows was crowing louder. The roosters was roostering louder. The cats was meowing and the dogs was howling when everything seemed strange. And just like she did every morning when Big Mama was making the ham hocks that the string beans was going to go along with, she started humming that song.
Mm.
And she was stirring up that gravy. And this is what she sang. Just another day, that spirit done kept me. Just another day, spirit done kept me. Ooh, he's kept me through and through. Gonna make a way for me and you too. And all of a sudden, it seemed like out of nowhere, but all of a sudden, we heard something. It sounded like thunder. And then we looked even further, and it was horses. Horses was coming straight to us. Oh, it was the Union troops. I didn't know much about it, but later on, everybody told me it was General Granger and the Union Army coming for to tell us something. He got off that horse and he had on a uniform and he stood very tall and he said, good morning to us like we was somebody. Ain't nobody ever said good morning to us. They always treated us like we wasn't nobody. But this here man was acting like we was somebody. So we stood up like we was somebody. And then all of a sudden, he took a paper roll and it had something important on it. He said it was called General Order Number 3. And he told us that the Emancipation Proclamation done already been signed 2 years ago and that we had already been free, except for we didn't know we was free. Ain't that something? We didn't know we was free. So Big Mama looked over at me. She said, child, you heard? This here man said we free. I said, Big Mama, what free mean? She said, just watch me and you know what freedom is. Big Mama and all them got the pots and the pans, and we started clicking, and we started dancing, and we started moving from one foot to the other. Big Mama said we done been free for 2 years and didn't even know, 2.5 years and didn't even know. And then General Granger, they just rode on up into the sunset, and there we was, wondering what freedom gonna feel like. Wondering what freedom gonna feel like. Wondering what freedom gonna feel like. And so I want everybody to honor the affirmations that my ancestors said. And repeat after me. I am somebody.
I am somebody.
I am somebody.
I am somebody.
I am powerful.
I am
I am
powerful.
powerful.
I am resilient.
I
am
am
resilient.
resilient.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am worth it.
I am worth it.
I am on purpose.
I am on purpose.
You are on purpose.
On
You are on
purpose.
purpose.
We are on purpose.
We are on purpose.
Let's clap that energy. I'm on purpose. I'm on
I'm on
purpose.
purpose. I'm on purpose.
Yeah. To me first. I am on purpose. I'm on purpose. I'm on purpose. Yes, I am. I'm on purpose.
I'm on purpose. I'm on purpose. Yes, I am. I am purpose.
I'm on
I'm on
purpose.
purpose. I'm on purpose. Yes, I am.
I'm on
I'm on purpose.
I'm on purpose. I'm on purpose. Yes, I am. Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Oh, we's free. We's free. Big Mama said, we's free.
We's free.
Woo!
We's free.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I guess we can talk to the audience a little bit and let the audience know how grateful we are that they're here tonight.
Yes.
Thank you all for being here. Whether you're watching this in this moment or whether you're watching at another time, we welcome you and we honor you and we remind you that you are worthy. You are on purpose. You are somebody. It is never too late for you to grow into something that is so beautiful and so exquisite and so lively and so perfect. Oh, my baby, let me tell you, you are it. Nobody else like you even exists because guess what? You were born and created with those eyes, with those lips, with those shoulders, with those eyelashes, with those ears, with that hair. Yes, your hair. I know we have issues with our hair, but honey, let me tell you something. Even if you have nothing on your head at all and it's shaved clean, you are still beautiful.
Yes.
You are still beautiful. You still a queen. Walk, act like you know you're a queen. You're a queen and you should know it. You're a queen and you should know it by now. Act like you know you're a queen. You're a queen and you should know it. You're a queen and you should know it by now. Act like you know you're a queen. You're a queen and you should know it. Yes. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Dr. Kimberly. Is everybody feeling good? I'm feeling good.
Yes, I'm feeling good.
I'm so happy that we're so heritage.
Well, we have some questions here. And the first question is, how does disability shape your artistry? Zazelle?
Well, it has redefined my artistry. I don't look at myself with limitations. I look at myself as a person giving my love, my heart, my soul, my artistry through my heart, my spirit, my soul. Every single movement I do comes out in my face. I beam with joy and with love. It radiates. And that's how I relate the love of dance to my audience.
Yes.
Now ask the same question of you, my queen, my poet.
Do you mind repeating it one more time for me?
I says, how does your disability shape your artistry?
Okay, I'm going to share something with you all. One day, it was during COVID, and I was having a conversation with my therapist, and I was telling her that I was going through a really, really rough time, and several members of my family just died. I said, I feel like it's been a pile up. She said, what kind of pile up? I said, like when you're on the highway and one car can't stop and it bumps into another car and another car. I said, I felt like that's how my life is. Just one person just died right after the other. I didn't get a chance to recover in between. And you know what she told me? She said, you a little tender right now. So start from where you are. So no matter what I'm going through, my art takes the shape of whatever I'm doing. So
Yes.
if I'm going through, I can just pick up a pencil and I can sketch out something beautiful. Or I can take some paint and paint something beautiful. Or even if I'm washing dishes, just let the suds in my hand become beautiful diamonds. I use my imagination to bring me back into myself. And I use my words to remind me that all is well. This is a quote from Louise Hay. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of each situation, only good will come, and I am safe. And so I am surrounded sometimes by trauma and by grief and anxiety, but I move my way through it by picking up something that feels artistic. Sometimes I'm dancing with Giselle and the ZCO Dance Project. Sometimes I'm traveling to another country like Africa to dance on stages over there. But my artistry carries me through, no matter how heavy it seems. Something about being an artistic woman, something about allowing the artistic community to surround me and to support me helps me to get through. To time.
Dr. Donna, I have to ask you the same question.
You're going to ask me that question. So ask me the question again. Let me feel that question.
Okay. How does your disability shape your artistry?
My disability is me, and I coexist with my art. It's almost like disability is art for me.
Girl, that we got to stop it there.
It's,
I love it. Disability is art.
it is art. It is every way that I move my body, the way that I limp, the way that I use my cane, the way that my body shifts to get balance. I'm creating art. Movement is art.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and it's almost like I became a creative when I became disabled. I think disability brought out the artistry in me. So it's just, it breathes, it coexists. I think I want to say that, my disability art, they coexist. Yeah, they define one another and they change every day. And they paint a different picture of my life every day.
Mm.
Because the way my body moves is different and the way my body feels is different.
That's a great segue for the next question is how does your body hold history?
Ooh.
In my, in your bones, for the way that the world reacts and responds, that's the history. I can feel that. It's almost like a psychosomatic emotion.
Mm-hmm.
The way that the world is experiencing racism, discrimination, pain, when they're unhoused people, when they're disabled women not heard. I experience history in my body. I ache, I cry, I pain for the voices that are not being heard. But there's also joy. There's also that joy for every time that each person gets a chance to have a platform, such as the Divas with Disabilities Project, when they can have a voice, be visible, be heard, be seen. That's history. We're making history each time that we live, that we exist, and that we're able to speak our truth.
Zazelle, we could all see the history in your body tonight.
Really?
You could see the history. When you started out and you were talking about your family and you started calling out names and in remembrance of, and then you began your movements, we could see each person in you as you begin to move. Because I don't know if you realize it or not, is that you have this movement even when you're talking. You hear the music your body responds and you begin to move.
Well, yes, my history is in the or from the Caribbean, and
Hmm.
I embody that. I mean, I wasn't born there. However, my sister and I would go there every single summer from the time we were 3 years old. And I remember just walking on the ground as soon as I used to get off the airplane, walking on the ground barefooted and would not put on shoes until 3 months later when I came back to New York. And I never combed my hair. I just used to have a nappy little afro. And I used to sing songs and run around the mountains and dance on the grass and just love the calypso music and how people would just always, they were just so happy, just enjoying life. Even though it was a poor country, you never felt that people were poor because they just loved life. And that's what I take in when I am dancing. I remember that history and it gives me strength and hope.
Love it. Where are we? Gael, as you were telling your story, you brought us in, and we could feel the history coming from your words and from your body movements. Just immediately, as you started talking about Big Ma, we thought we were there when you said, we've been free for 2 years and we didn't know it. You've embodied those words and they exuberate out of your body. But how do you know, your body hold history from last week or 2 years ago?
Did she freeze on us?
Is she free?
Is she frozen?
I think so.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she's pretty frozen.
I
She's
guess that's
pretty
so.
frozen. Yeah, she has that beautiful smile on her face.
It's just right there, like, yes, and oh,
Oh,
yep, and
you know
she's
what? Her phone was
overheating.
overheating, so maybe that's what happened.
She
Yeah.
just said her phone overheated.
You know, but just I would like to try to just bring that if we have to we can talk to the youth right now, Dr. Kimberly. What can we say to the youth about freedom, about movement, about living with a disability, you know, in these times, if you will? What can we add to that? Can you bring something to that?
We have to go where they are, and they use the AI intelligence, and I see how they use it to be their voice. There are some young people that I have the opportunity to spend time with. So it's not a physical movement, but it's an emotional, here she comes. It's an emotional and intellectual movement that they
Mhm.
have now because they have a voice where their body would not take them to have that history. Now they have a way of using, artificial intelligence to hold the history for them and their movement.
Mm. Never thought about that in terms of because right now there's such a controversy, of course, with AI, and so but you're saying that the way that because that's the medium and the technology where we are now that youth are embracing it,
They are.
use it to express themselves. Is that
Yes.
okay?
It gives them movement in ways that they would not have had movement.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I see that a
It
form of
gives,
expression.
mhm,
Hmm.
mhm.
I can see that. Gail was.
especially those who have been labeled and they've remained quiet
Hmm.
and they've held all of that history of not being heard, not being seen, not being included. And now they have an opportunity to. And I love what I see, what they create.
Yeah, and I can't wait. We're going to be involving Independence Now. Um, we're recording this program, and they're going to be able to use this moment, to kind of talk about what freedom means to them and living in the bodies that they have and living with a disability. How do they coexist with their disabilities and what does freedom look like for them. So I can't wait until to get the
Well,
feed.
that's so interesting that you said that. I
Mhm,
did a workshop at the Abilities Expo. I'm sure
mhm,
everybody heard of the Abilities Expo, and
Mm-hmm.
I had young adults and adults join into my classes. But what was the most beautiful thing is that you have people with all disabilities, and I would just put on the music,
mhm.
and everyone just did their own thing.
Mhm.
And when you saw that, and I went up to them and said, "Come on, come to the center stage and move. Let feel the music. Do what you want to do." And they just came alive, and they absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
And
music. That's one music. That could be a whole
yeah,
segment. That's a whole
mhm,
program.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Talk about music and how music is transformative. And I know that if I didn't have music, those days that I lay in the hospital, I think about that and how music it was songs, the lyrics that spoke to me. And
that happened to me as well.
yeah, it gave you your freedom. It gave you the existence. It gave you the wherewithal to know, oh, this my life can be. These lyrics to these songs are letting me know that I can be free with the
I love
body that I
that.
have.
That's my piece every day. My body may not move. And I want to tell you, thank you, Zazelle, because I had an opportunity tonight to move my body in ways that I had not been able to move because one, we relaxed, but just, move your shoulders forward, move your shoulders back,
Yeah.
Yeah,
roll, do this. And I
that's true.
love it. So now,
Hmm.
this is going to be part of my mantra during the day. I'm like, yes, I can sit in my chair and I can do this and I can move instead of
Hmm.
this movement here of moving the chair and moving forward. That becomes a rhythm. It becomes a cadence, for me. So in my mind, I hear this music going like today. I was in my manual wheelchair and I had to get to the Capitol stairs. So they're like, you're moving so fast. But if I could tell you the music that I could hear
Hmm.
in my mind, knowing that I had this to do, and we're talking about freedom and movement, I felt so free
Hmm.
today. Nobody
Hmm.
was pushing me. You know,
Right.
I went on my own energy and I could feel it. So I was doing this, as I'm going back because I can get the most momentum if I go backwards. And I'm just like, yeah,
Hmm.
mm-hmm, and just
Yeah,
feel it.
you can feel it. You can feel it. There was an interview just the other day on NPR with Laverne Cox. She's coming. She has a new memoir, and she talked about how she would go into the grocery store, and of course she's LGBT. Well, she's transgender, right?
Okay.
So it really centered around the abuse that she encountered, okay, and how she was able to outlive, come outside, have an out of body experience with music in her head. So she would go into the grocery store and she would be dancing with the grocery cart, and people would be staring at her because they're wondering where's the music. She said the music was in here, and she had that rhythm. And I think that living with a body with a disability, that's the way I feel. I have my own rhythm. I bring my own band. I bring my own concert.
But you know what? I'm gonna do this for the last 6 months. I have this huge speaker that has this extra bass on it that I have connected to my phone that I take everywhere with me. And that it keeps me moving. And I'm doing this as I'm in my chair. If I'm in my motorized chair, it's like all of a sudden it gets this rhythm. If I'm in my manual chair, it has this rhythm. And now everywhere I go, people are used to the music and it begins to move them.
Mm.
And it takes away the sting of the stare.
Mm.
It takes away the sting of the stare
Mm-hmm.
because I arrive with
Mm-hmm.
all of my purple, regalia on. And sometimes I may have on red bottoms and maybe I don't. But the stares that I would get and the questions and the ignorance that I was met with, I said, I cannot take this, anymore. It's the way it comes into my body. It's causing me pain. And so I said, I need a way to break it. And I knew that music could do that.
And I wish if there's any music you got in your background, in your treasure that's not copyrighted, Dr. Kimberly, please put it on. I'm wondering if you could pull up my song, the one that I created. That'd be great, right? But we're gonna let Gail answer that question. I guess you kind of blanked out, or she went frozen. Do you remember the question we were talking about? Go ahead.
Upper body.
Yes. So I'll give it back to you. And I said that it is about the history in your body, but you embodied history as you were talking about Big Ma, about her not knowing that she had been free for 2 years and her response to it. You could not have told me that you did not live in that moment, because you had totally embodied, that whole, the Big Ma talking, and getting the information, and you guys leaving. And I said, so what happens? You can do that from back then. How does your body hold history from a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
The more I move, the better I move.
Yes.
And the less I move, the less I move. I make it a point every day to do some type of walking. I wake up in the morning, I go to the bathroom, I put my mat on the floor so that when I come out of that bathroom, I know it's time for me to stretch. And the more I stretch, the more elongated I feel and the more powerful I feel. And talking about way back when I grew up, I grew up in Detroit, and my mom and her sisters were in a singing group called the Rhodes Sisters of Detroit, Michigan, similar to the Clark Sisters. And they would sing and they would tell stories, but they practiced in our living room. So I watched their choreography. I watched how they blended their voices. I watched how they moved. And I also watched how my father mowed the lawn. And I watched how he took over when it was his turn at church to get up and say something. He was the announcer. And how I got started speaking is that whenever he couldn't be there, I had to stand up and be the announcer. So the history that I hold in my hands is very precious. When my grandmother moved from Tennessee to Detroit on a Greyhound bus with her children and her husband, they were told that money was coming off of trees in Detroit, but they came right in time for the stock market crash.
Wow.
And so my grandmother had to, through her move, she had to create moves. She had to create a way because she had teaching credentials, but she was too dark. And they didn't want anybody that was that teaching in the Detroit public schools. So therefore, she created her own music school. That's how she moved through it.
Yes.
My grandfather had a junk truck, and he would pick things up and piece them back together, then resell them. My grandmother taught piano, organ, bass, guitar, and drums, and moved her family up, up, and all of her daughters became pianists and organists at prominent churches in Detroit, along with being part of the Rhodes Sisters. So I moved watching them move, watching their choreography, watching their purpose, and watching their confidence. My aunties had some kind of confidence. They would all dress the same way.
Yeah.
Same shirt, and get up there. And my Aunt Agnes said, well, I'm going to tell you a story. Old-fashioned meeting. Mama would take us by the hand and take us over by the river, and she said, we're going to a meeting tonight. And that would just move me. And Aunt Agnes she had this thing about her where she would just take us someplace where we had never been, and we believed that we were there. So every day I wake up believing that I'm here, very much on purpose. And I ask God, what shall I do today? Should I say something that's going to lift somebody up? Should I make a move? Should I call somebody? How should I care for myself today? How should I walk in dignity today? And that's my answer.
I like it.
Yes, I love that.
Oh,
love
wait a
it.
minute. I'm sitting here. I was so enthralled in the story. I'm just sitting here like, yes.
I like the cadence. I like the voice. I like the speaking to oneself. I like the affirmations.
Yes.
I mean, I think I do. I think that that's really powerful. How you give yourself permission
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Every
by
day.
that's right, every day.
Every
Every
And you
day.
give
every
yourself
single
grace and you give yourself gratitude, you know, and that's powerful. That's spiritual medicine.
It
yes, it
is.
is.
In my dressing room, when I go in, I have a plethora of jewelry boxes, but I have one that hangs on the wall that's a long mirror, and you open it up and it has, ooh, anyway. But on the mirror, when you come in, it says, "Good morning, Dr. Kimberly Barrington. I expect great things out of you today, my beautiful queen. Know
Mm,
that you are more than enough. I love you to life, Kimberly." And then I have these purple kisses down at the bottom. And so that's my thing. And then in my bathroom, I found it's like a little table and it has drawers and it says, "Good morning, beautiful." And it has a nerve that has some eyelashes on it, blinking
yeah,
at me.
yes,
So you know I had to put a little glitter on the eyelash because it's got to match me. I'm just saying.
yes.
Just to have those affirmations that I write to myself, and I wake up and I do have my days where
Hmm.
I can't do this, and then I get my little body up in that wheelchair and I wheel in, and I go into that room and I look at that mirror and remind myself that I'm more than enough.
Hmm.
Things can come out of me, and I love me to life. And
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I see them purple lips on there, and I'm like, yes, I can do this. I don't know who wrote that on that day, but I love
Hmm.
that girl right there.
I
Hmm.
love it. I love it.
Hmm.
And
And
she gets me through when that other chick shows up.
wow. Yes, I find that on I won't say my worst days, but on days that seem extremely challenging
Uh-huh.
from the gate, that's when you really got to call on your positive energy. That's when you really have to say powerful things about yourself.
Right,
You have
right.
to take ownership
That
because
right there.
you
Mhm.
you mess around and have a conversation with somebody who's going on a downward spiral, and you end up going on that downward spiral with them as well. So the way you start your day is like turning the key in the car. You got to turn that motor on. You got to remind yourself how beautiful you are. You got to remind yourself how powerful you are. You got to remind yourself that you are not a mistake. Being alive in your skin is not a mistake. You
Yes.
are on purpose. You have so much to do and so much to say, and nobody else can do it like you can do it. Nobody else can say it the way you can say it. Nobody can roll down the street in their wheelchair, walk on their cane, or
Mm.
stumble over their words the way you can.
Well,
No,
one of the things that I do, like when I have to go to have an appointment with my neurosurgeon or
yeah,
my orthopedic oncologist, I put on a full beat, like totally made up.
That right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
with this incredible outfit on, looking sexy. And I walk into that doctor's office, and the nurse will say, "I got to walk you around this office." Because they don't see people who come in there looking like that. You mean you're coming to hear all this bad
Yes.
news sometimes. You're not. And when I walk into the doctor's office, he actually forgets why I'm there because I feel good about myself.
Hmm.
See, that I love that part. And one of the things that I didn't know and that I found out, and I don't know if they do it with civilian doctors, because I'm a veteran. I needed something out of my record for another doctor. And so I looked, through my chart, and I saw that what they write about me. So I started going through it. I started looking at everything.
Hmm.
They document all of that?
They do.
They document it. And so to see them say, she came in, they say my age. Now I'm 60, 60-year-old woman comes in and They describe what I have on. They
Mm,
describe my personality. And they say, it was a pleasure to have her
mm,
today. This is what she said. This is what she did. And she came in with music. We enjoyed
mm,
the background music. It added ambiance to the visit. You know,
mhm,
sometimes I don't get good news about
mhm,
what's happening. And on one of them said it made it easier to deliver.
mm.
Wow.
Yeah, is
You
that
know, when
yeah.
I had, this time last year when they said I had an aggressive form of breast cancer and they were planning on doing a radical surgery. And in the record, it was that she came in and the way that I was dressed and the music
Mhm,
changed, the ambiance in the room for them to
mhm,
have to deliver the news to me. And they said it made it easy,
mm. That's beautiful.
that it made it easy.
Mhm. Dr. Chimley, I'm just kind of curious. Do you see any kind of comments in the section before we would hate to leave this wonderful platform without having our audience? There any comments?
No, they are watching. And I mean, I have the clap up because they do that, but
Mhm.
no, they are enjoying and they are watching.
Okay, so no questions. No one wants us to answer any questions for them.
No.
Okay,
Sister
all
Donna,
right.
Sister Donna, would it
Yes,
be okay if I backtracked a little bit? I forgot one section of mine that I wanted to
I
do
want.
a live
Yes,
action and then go into that poem with
yes. Why don't you do that? Yes,
okay,
why don't you do that? And then
okay,
after you do that, I'll bring it to the closing,
okay.
and so we can just sort of capture all of this essence that we've had in this program. I was hoping that we had some.
No, I want to say this um real quickly before this all culminates.
Mhm,
There are times when I do shows and they become historical, profoundly historical. And
mhm,
people like to sit back and enjoy it as if they're watching a documentary or they're
mhm.
watching a show on Netflix, and they don't want to comment because they don't want to disrupt the momentum because they're enjoying it and
Okay.
they're loving it. And it's just as if they're watching, a television show.
Mhm.
It doesn't take away from what we've done on tonight because trust the people love it and they enjoy it. And sometimes when they don't say something, those are the best shows because that means they really tuned into what we're doing and they want to hear and they want to see and they want the experience.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that. Go ahead, Gail.
Okay. So my sisters, my brothers, beautiful souls, we take a moment to pour libation in memory of our ancestors. I have the water here that I am pouring into a container where we are representing our ancestors. Please speak wherever you are. Call out the name of your ancestors in your bloodline.
Mm.
On your father's side, on your
Mhm,
mother's side, on your foster
mhm,
mother's side, on your adopted father's side, with our great leaders, Martin
mm.
King and Harriet Tubman. Go ahead and
Really?
shout them out
Yeah.
loud as
Very
I pour
true.
this libation.
Mhm,
Malcolm X,
mhm.
Martin
Malcolm X,
Absolutely.
Jr.,
Maya Angelou,
Tubman,
Ella Baker.
Jonah Truth.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Nikki Giovanni.
yes,
Intezaki Shangi,
Intezaki
Yes.
Shay. Yes, Frederick Douglass.
Toni
Shirley
Morrison.
Chisholm,
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Langston Hughes.
Mm,
Lena Horne,
absolutely.
Yes,
Diane Carroll.
yes,
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier.
Harry Belafonte.
Yes,
Harry
yes,
Belafonte.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Coretta Scott King.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson
Winnie
Mandela.
Mandela.
Mm.
Ancestors. We call
The
forth the
Mighty Arrow.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes.
Many.
And let's just hold on to this for a moment. And I pray that we will be guided by the spirit of our good ancestors with good intentions
Hmm.
to help us along the riverbanks of our lives And now I will go into a poem titled Just Call Me Freedom.
Mm,
You all's help on this poem.
yes. Just call me
When I say,
freedom.
girl, what you gonna do with your hair? Y'all gonna say freedom.
Freedom.
When I say, girl, what you gonna do with your hair? You gonna say freedom again.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Ask you the third time, you gonna say freedom, freedom, freedom. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Girl, what you gonna do with your hair?
Freedom.
What you gonna do with your hair?
Freedom.
What you gonna do with your hair?
Freedom. Freedom. Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Done. Freedom. Bum, 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 bum. Freedom, 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 freedom. You may not recognize me, proudly sporting my new hairdo, lively current sprouting generously from my historically accurate hair index. Just who shall I call to me myself? This panoramic reflection of eternal wisdom and wealth. My hair as comfortable as mudcloth pillowed quilts, vibrant, radiant, soft as silk from bellies of sand, warmed by Africa's majestic suns. The journey of my new hair has just begun. Before these gorgeous locks took root, they bounced impatiently beneath my dome like fresh green peas and shrimp gumbo soup dancing towards Sierra Leone, like golden sweet potatoes growing underneath the ground, like a chubby gurgly baby proudly echoing her first sounds. I always had my locks, but I didn't know them. Rivers overflow and metal and fertilize my crop. I didn't have enough courage to show them. Although you may not recognize me, I know me real good now. My scalp no longer screaming, my hair a joyful crown. As fingers gently touch, each lock a Nubian queen deluxe comes to life within my hand. Ancient villages shouting, freedom, freedom. On every strand, I always had my locks, but I couldn't see them. But look at me now. Look at me now. I'm a Queen Nubian Deluxe, and they call me Freedom.
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 In sign language, this is freedom right here. This is the F.
Mm-hmm.
You just open it up like that. Freedom.
Freedom.
Yes.
Freedom. Yes.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to lead you. There's a Zell right there to lead us in some movement around freedom. Show us how to be free with our bodies, Zell.
Freedom.
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 Yes. Freedom.
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 Freedom. Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom. Freedom. We free, y'all. We free. You're free. You're free. Everybody wants free. Freedom.
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 Freedom. I love it. Freedom. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is it. I mean, that did it. You know, freedom in motion is a celebration of movement, resilience, and liberation. It honors the artistry, the lived experiences of Black and Brown disabled, whose stories reshape how we understand freedom, not as a destination, but a practice. So tonight, did we not gather? Did we not witness that freedom, what it looks like when it's embodied, when it's danced, when it's spoken, when it's claimed.
Yes.
Freedom in motion lifts up women who move through the world with power, creativity, and truth. Women who challenge the limits placed on their bodies and rewrite the narratives that's been placed on their lives through dance, spoken words, and storytelling. They remind us that liberation is not abstract. It is personal, it is cultural, and it is ongoing. So you see, this program, in its brevity, is part of our commitment at the Divas with Disabilities Project to amplify disabled women of color whose voices are too often unheard, ignored. Our artistry, their artistry, is not an exception. It's an essential part of our collective story. So as you watch this program and you listened, did you feel? I invite all of you to reflect on your own relationship to freedom. How do you move through it? How do you protect it? How do you expand it for others?
Oh, yes.
Freedom in motion is more than a performance. It's a call, y'all, to witness, to celebrate, and to act. So thank you for being here this evening, for this performance, for supporting us, our artists, our women, and for standing with us to continue to push the boundaries of representation, equity, and joy. This is Freedom in Motion, y'all. And tonight we move forward together.
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.